Hey guys, so let's talk Survivor Series. I know that I'm getting this out really late, and I might not actually even upload until after Survivor Series is over, but let's go ahead and let's talk about this pay per view. So, the first match that we have listed is Big E versus Roman Reigns. This is the one time a year where we go brand versus brand for supremacy. Um, They have really started to kind of build things up here with Roman and Big E. Um, with Big E not being on the brand, they did have to bring in Xavier Woods and Kofi and involve the Usos, and I'm okay with that. It makes it more personal. It really does. There is speculation that we could get an added bit in here, and that is a no disqualification stipulation. I don't know if this is necessarily true or not, mainly because the Usos are going to be involved in the tag match. So they're already going to have something to do. They don't need to involve themselves in this match. But being the Usos, it wouldn't be the first time that they managed to involve themselves in a match while having their own match stuff to concentrate on. So obviously, still a possibility that we see the Usos get involved. And they still could do that no disqualification stipulation. I guess we'll have to see as it gets closer. They could announce that via Twitter here in the next little bit. The next match that we have down is for the women. It is Charlotte Flair, the SmackDown Women's Champion, and Becky Lynch, the Raw Women's Champion. I have also heard speculations here that there could be a screwy finish, some kind of screw job. Um, I don't really know. The speculation hasn't necessarily stated which way they think it might go, but I feel like Becky walks away with this win. Um, and I think it's going to upset Charlotte, and it's going to add some more fuel to what has been going on between them. But on the other hand, they could do that screw job finish, giving it to Charlotte. And I say that because there's also been talk about potentially turning Becky to babyface. And if that screwy finish goes Becky's way, then there's less chance that there's going to be any face turn for her. It would instead kind of fuel her heel side. Um, so I think it's going to go to Becky. Um, and I feel like it's going to help fuel her heel side. Um, I feel like with this build up to that match against Liv, that's kind of where they need to go, is keeping her more of a heel as opposed to turning her baby face. I would not be opposed to her being a baby face again, but there is that. So my pick for that is going to be Becky, but I do agree that there's going to be some kind of screwy finish. I feel like there is something going on with Charlotte backstage, and that could completely be a work too. We then have the men's 5-on-5 match. For the Raw side, we have Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, Austin Theory, and Bobby Lashley. This is against the SmackDown team with Drew McIntyre, Xavier Woods, Jeff Hardy, Happy Corbin, and Sheamus. Um, I'm going to go with Team Raw on this. Um, but I feel like there's going to be something maybe on the SmackDown side, maybe with Jeff Hardy. I really don't know. I feel like this is time for Raw to take this win. For this one. So then have the women's 5-on-5. We have Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, Carmella, and Zelina Vega. It's the SmackDown team of Sasha Banks, Shotzi, Shayna Baszler, Natalya, and Toni Storm. So, I did not actually need to back up because I didn't actually give my pick for that first match. My pick for that is Roman Reigns. I feel like he is going to come up with the victory over Big E. I like Big E, but I don't see him picking up this victory. And that is going to be a win for SmackDown. So I see. Let me back up here to the women's championship match. My pick had initially been Becky Lynch, but I'm going to change that. No. I think that story finish is going to come out positive for Charlotte. And that's going to be the second win for SmackDown. Now, getting back to this women's 5-on-5, I feel like the women from Raw are going to take this one. I feel like it's going to come down to issues between Sasha Banks and Shotzi. I think it's going to end up costing SmackDown that match. There's going to be that risk. There's going to be that turn. I feel like on the Raw side, the women might not necessarily get along, but I think it isn't to that point that it's going to end up costing them the match. Okay, then we have Shinsuke Nakamura versus Damian Priest. Damian has been very dominant. He really has been. And my issue with this is I don't want to see Damian lose, but I am going to go with Nakamura on this. Damian has been winning most of his matches, has not taken a lot of losses, and this one is not going to cost him the title. Nakamura has somewhat been losing sometimes against Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss, as well as Los Lorios. They've been an issue for him. So I feel like I want to go with Shinsuke on this one. It is not going to hurt Damian to have this loss, but I think that it will improve things for Shinsuke Nakamura. So that's going to be my pick. The Intercontinental Champion Shinsuke Nakamura. We then have RK Bro taking on the Usos. I feel like somehow in this, it's going to end up with RK Bro. I really do. I don't necessarily want to see the Usos lose. They have been very strong. But I feel like this loss would not hurt them. And it could lead to storylines further on SmackDown. So that's where I'm going to go on that one. I'm going to go with Raw for that one. We then have a 25-man battle royal to honor 25 years of The Rock. He has been a staple in this industry. He honestly has hit mainstream many years ago. He's made it huge. Everybody knows him. So I think it's great that WWE is honoring him with this match, even though he cannot be there. At least that's what I've heard. He could surprise everybody. It could swerve us. We don't know everybody that is in this match. We know Sami Zayn is in it. We know that Omos is in it and Cesaro, the Street Profits, and the Alpha Academy. We do not know who else might be in it. After the talk with Sonya Deville, I almost feel like Sami Zayn is going to walk away with this. And I feel like that's the right call if they did that. Honestly, I think it's what he deserves after being pulled from the SmackDown 5-on-5 team. It could be the reason that they ended up doing that. It'd be a positive move for Sami Zayn. So that's going to be a win for SmackDown. So we'll have SmackDown to Raw to